Okay, this is a tutorial in Adobe PremierePro CC Creative Cloud on how to adjust the highlights and shadow in a video file. For example, I have a video here, and as you can see, the highlights are pretty intense in certain areas, and those highlights will be reduced. If you want, you can adjust the shadows also. So let's start the program. Adobe Premiere Pro Creative Cloud. Okay, let's go to the file menu, new and sequence, and let's adjust it at settings. Let's put it at editing mode onto 720p because that's the size of this video that I'm going to import. Okay, minimize the program, drag and drop the video file onto the timeline, go to the effects window here or press Shift 7 on the keyboard, Shift 7. Here in the search box type shadow, and shadow highlights is at video effects, adjust, and drag this shadow highlight onto the clip. Okay, and then go to effect controls up here or press Shift +5 on the keyboard, Shift 5, and shadow highlights is automatically applied, an automatic setting. Okay, let's uncheck it and then adjust the amount of shadow. Let's go to the shadow and put it to 0. Okay, and let's go to the highlights and let's write 50 for example, and by pressing this FX little button near shadow highlights we can see the difference. This is before and this is after, before, after, so you can see much more, especially here. Okay, let's click play to see how does it look. It's okay. Now let's press Ctrl M on the keyboard. This is the export window, and let's see, AVI, let's give a name at output name. Let's put it on the desktop and call it modified, for example. Click save, export video and audio. Okay, at video let's choose a codec, let's choose a lossless codec. You have to install this separately, it's not by default in the program. And let's uncheck this retention. The width should be 1280 by 720. Press enter. There's still these margins, so that means that the aspect ratio should be at 1.0. okay, and let's hit the export button and let's go to the taskbar meanwhile and go to task manager, and at CPU we can see that the processor is utilized at around, let's say, 50%. And if we start another program, GPU ZXZ, we can see if the program Premiere Pro is using, here at sensors, if it's using the graphics card, the GPU, and that one is at 8%, 9, so it's not really using it, only the CPU halfway. So let's wait until this finishes. Okay, so the program finished, and let's see the results. This is the modified file, and this is the original file, and let's see the difference. You can see a little bit out on the window here, not really there. There is some noticeable difference right here in the middle somewhere. The settings were not too heavy, this area is a little bit darker than this one. Here you can see something, this is blown out, and here you can see on the window outside, and this is much lighter. And if you apply some heavier modifications, then the effects are more visible. And let's see here. The sky is more bluer here than here. Okay, that's it. How to adjust highlights and shadow in Adobe Premiere Pro CC. That's it. Thank you. Bye bye.